Hello everyone. Hope you are all doing good. Today we are here for grade 5 math. The chapter today we discuss that is place values and number sense. And these are the names of the lesson that is rounding, even or odd, arithmetic rules, understanding integers, compare integers, put integers in order. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using their email and password that is provided by the administrative. Now let's just start. Go to the subject tab, scroll down. Here is the grade 5. Click here. Here are the list of the chapters. So today we start the first one, as already we started. Uh, the previous lesson we have covered. So today the lesson which we start, that is rounding. So what is 7.37 rounded to the nearest dollar? We are going to rounding out all the numbers one by one to the nearest dollar. So which one have with the dollar? 7 is with the dollar. So we just basically round it out this one. Okay. So what is the nearest rounded to the dollar? So as we know that 7.37, this 37 is not greater than 50. So we can say that after the point, this is tens place. Okay. After the point, the 3 is in tens place. Like you just check it out this thing. If there is a point and if some number are here and some number are here, this number is in ones and tens, but this number is start from tens and now it's 100 and up to so on. Okay, like this way when you're going to move. But if you're going to move like this way, it's ones, tens, then 100, then 1000 and all of it. So this is a basically thing that is 37.35. So here is 7 is in ones place, 3 is in tens place, but if we are going to see that this 3, this is in the tens place. Okay, so we just round it out into 7. Now just look it out this question. Here is the question, 748 rounded to the nearest $10. When you're going to, because as we see that, first of all, we just find the digit in the tens place. What is the digit in the tens place? Look at here. If there is 748, if here is 748, this is in ones place, this is in tens place, and that is in hundreds place. Okay, so which digit is in the ones and tens place? Yes, which digit is in the ones or tens place? This digit is in the 8 is in the ones place, 4 is in the tens place, and 7 is in the hundred place. Okay, so first we see that, look at here the question, they are saying that 748. First we see that which digit is in the tens place. When we see 4 is in the tens place, because 8 is in the 1 place, 4 is in the 10 place, and 7 is in the 100 place. Now this is your place that you want to round. Got it? Now look one place to the right. As we see that there is 4 and here is 8. 8 is greater than 5, so you will round up. Okay, if 8 is less than 5, so you are round down. Got it? So as we know that 8 is greater than 5, so we will round up. So firstly, replace all the digit to the right of the tens place by zeros. Okay, so this is 748, so you just basically rounding it out 740. Okay, this one, or 740 to 750, it's all up to you, because we just gonna add up one digit. Let's, for example, if I'm going to write it here, just taking the example like closer to that one. Yeah, like look at this one, 587. If I'm going to choose this example, 587. Now look at here. This is in ones place, that is in tens place, and this is in hundredth place. 7 is in one place, 8 is in 10 place, and 5 is in 100 place. And they are going to say that round to the nearest 100. Okay. Now we are going to rounding it out this one, rounding it out this 5. So we just see that the previous one, 8, 8 is greater than 5, so it means that this will round up. So 5 can be chained into 6 and these two can be chained into 100. Understand this one? So this is the way that we have done. Okay. So let's just take some another example. Okay. Now we are going to take some example by itself. Like for example, if we are going to rounding it out 5, I'm just going to write it down some questions here. 694. And if they are saying that round it out to the nearest 100, do you know that how to round it out? Everyone can tell me the answer of this one. All of you, solve your notebook, solve it this question on your notebook and just tell me the answer of this one. So everyone tell me what is the answer of this question if we are going to say that rounding it out to the nearest 100. As we know that this is in ones place, this is in the tens place, and that is in the hundreds place. Okay. Now we see that if they are saying that we are going to rounding it out to the nearest 100. So what does it mean? It means that you're going to round out this number. So we see the previous one. So this is 9. 9 is greater than 5 or less than 5. If it's greater than 5, so we will round up. So 9 is greater than 5, so we will round up and this can be changed into 700. Very well done. So this is the question that we have done. Okay, so you can solve the test questions as well. Okay, now let's discuss the next lesson. So the next lesson, that is basically even or odd arithmetic rules. Okay, yes, your answer is right. 700 is the right answer. Even or odd arithmetic rules, what does it mean? I'm just going to write some arithmetic rules are here, you need to memorize firstly. Okay, these are so easy. Look at here now. If there are two even numbers, when you're going to add two even numbers, then you get the answer even. Like for example, this is your first rule. We also write down some examples and then we will move forward one by one. If I'm going to write it down, 4 is even, 6 is even. These both are even. When you're going to add, this is 10, 10 is also even. Okay, now you guys tell me which question we are going to solve. For example, if I'm going to write it here, 12 plus 8. These both are even. 12 is even, 8 is even. So 12 plus 8 is 20. This is also even. So it means that for the very first rule, we clear that if you are going to add two even numbers, then you get the answer even. Okay. Now let's move to the rule 2. Rule 2 is basically when there is one even number, and one odd number. When you're going to add it, then you get the answer odd. For example, the even number that we choose, that is 4, and the odd number is 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 is a odd. Okay? If I'm going to choose the even number, that is 10, and odd number, that is 1. So 10 plus 1 is 11. This is odd. Understand? So this is the rule 2. Here is the rule 1. Two even numbers added, get the answer even. One even, one odd is added, get the answer odd. Now in the third rule, they are saying that, like in the second rule, it's also that one thing. Let me just guide you. If, for example, here is the 1. Now if they are saying that, like for example, if there is one odd and here is even, like for example, first one is odd, that is 1, and second one is even, like is 2, you also get the answer odd. Okay? All right, this is the thing. Now for the third rule, if there are two odd numbers, then yeah, odd plus even. When you are going to add two odd numbers like 3 plus 5, then you get the answer even. Okay? This is a basically rule. If two odd numbers are added, then you get the answer even. This is the thing that we have done. So these are all the basically rules. First rule, two evens are added, two even numbers are added, then you get the answer even. One even, one odd is added, then you get the answer odd. Two odd numbers are added, then you get the answer even. Look at here the question. Now there is a test question, that is 75 subtraction 66, it's even or odd? Let's check. 75 minus 66. So here is 75 minus 66. Let's just subtract and then we see is that even or odd. Okay? All right. So let's get right. 75 out of 66 after subtraction, it's 9. So tell me, 75 is even or odd? 75 is odd and 76 is even. Okay? 75 is odd and 70 and 66 is even. When one odd and one even is subtracted, then you get the answer always odd. So here we're gonna write it down, that is odd. Okay? In this way we are going to solve this question. So is 57 plus 11 even or odd? Let's check. 57 plus 11. 57 is even or odd? It's odd. 11 is even or odd? It's odd. When you're going to add two odd numbers, then you get the answer even. Okay? So here we're gonna check it's even. Let's check. Yes, this is the right answer. So 50 minus 4, it's even or odd? Let's do it. 50 minus 4. So first we check it out. 50 is even, 4 is even. If two evens are subtracted, what's the answer? 46. This is also even. Okay? So as we know that one two evens are subtracted, then you get the answer even. Yes, this is the right answer. Now let's do one more question for that. 80 plus 2. 80 plus 2. What is the answer? 80 is even or odd? It's even. 2 is even or odd? Yes, it's again even. When you're going to add two evens, what the answer you get it? 80 plus 2 is 82, and that is also even. Okay, so let's check, is there any option for even? Yes, it's even. So now only this one we get solved and then we will move forward. Okay, 29 plus 16. Let's check. Okay, 29 plus 16. Okay, first tell me what is 29. 29 is even or odd? It's odd. 16 is even or odd? It's even. Okay, so when if there is one odd and one even and then you are going to add up, what's the answer? It's 45, and that is also odd. Okay, now check. In this way, this is the method to check it out. The two numbers are even or odd, you're going to add or subtract it, then you check their answer only. You can basically check this answer. Okay, if this answer is odd, so it means that when you are going to subtract it out or when you are going to add up, this is odd. So when you're going to add up, so this is odd because in one of them it's odd, so that is odd. Okay, so now you can solve the rest of the question by yourself related this lesson. Okay, let's do the next lesson now. So the next lesson today we covered, which is understanding integers. Okay, so now look at here. What are basically the integers? First of all, let me tell you. The integers are basically the numbers which have positive as well as negative sign with it. Okay, like if we are going to write it down, the integers is a number that is a positive natural number, you can say that, or a negative natural number as well. Okay, so these are basically whole numbers that can be positive, negative, or zeros. Okay, so what are integers? An integer is a whole numbers that can be positive, negative, or zeros. If we're going to write it down, the integers, so what are the integer? Integer is basically the whole numbers. Okay, like it's also the not only the fractional form. It's not in the form of fraction like 2 by 3. It's not like integers. Okay, it's only the whole number. Like total 3, 4, 5, 6, like 20, 100, 52, like all that kind of numbers. Okay, like 200, 70, all that. It is positive sign as well as negative sign with it. For example, if I'm going to write it down, write down the integer of 5. So these are integers: negative 2, negative 100, minus 70. Okay, like this way, as well as you can write it down plus 2, plus 100, and plus 70. Plus sign is not needed that you put. If you're going to put the number integer, this one, it means that this shows the positive integer. And if they are saying that what is this integer, they are saying that this is negative integer. Okay, for example, if I'm going to drawing here something like, so there is minus 19. So minus 19 is which integer? Positive integer or negative integer? Everyone can tell me, please. Who can tell me the answer of this one? So let me just tell you, this is negative integer. Okay, and if I'm going to write it down here, this one too. So what is this integer? This is basically the positive integer. Okay, now for example, let's move back to the questions. Which integers represent this scenario? Removing 5 blank pages from a scrapbook. It's removing. If something is decreases, something removing, something less, then you are going to put negative sign with it. Okay. If they are saying that something is increasing, something add up, it's tall, high, increasing thing, you are going to add the plus sign with it. Okay. So here is the removing 5 blank pages from a scrapbook. So it's removing, so it means that negative 5, that is remove something, so we can say that it's minus. 1 point deduction in the gymnastics, its point is deduct, it means that your point is less. Okay, so we can say that it's also the negative 1. Bank account balance drop, it means something less, something drop thing, so we can say that it's again negative 3. Got it? Where we put the positive integers and where we put the negative integers, the positive integers like something is increasing. Okay, if some numbers are increasing, points are increasing, your bank balance are increasing, like anything that is it's in the form of increasing, you are going to put the positive sign with it. But if something like deduction, something decreasing, something low, something less, all these things are basically negative integers. Okay, now let's do some test questions for that. Which integers represent this scenario? 10 meter above the sea level. Now it's above, it means that something high. So is that negative integer or positive integer? Everyone tell me. Okay, you guys tell me. Something is above the sea level, it means that you are going to put positive integer. Okay, which integers represent this scenario? 10 fewer inches of rain this year. Now here is again fewer, it means that something is few, something is decrease, something less. So we can say that it's positive 10 or negative 10. It's negative 10. Okay, which integers represent this scenario? Profit of $5. Now look at here, if there is some profit, so your dollars are increasing, so it means that it's positive integers again. Which integers represent this scenario? Bank account balance dropped by $8. Now here it's dropped by $8. It means that something is decreasing. So which number you're going to put with it? It's positive 8 or negative 8? Yes, it's negative 8. Okay, because here the bank balance is drop. Now for which integers represent this scenario? Price increases of $6. Now look at here, the prices are increasing. And how much dollar is its increases? It increases $6. So we can say that positive 6. Okay. Which integers represent this scenario? $1 off coupon. It's off. It means that it's like not in the form of something is decreasing, low, something you can say that less. It's you can say that there is no profit. So you are going to put the negative integers. The case that you put only the positive integer which is increasing thing, tall, high, above, okay, like all these kind of things you're going to put the positive integers. Hope you guys understand the integers term, and now you solve the rest of the test question by yourself. Okay, let's do the next lesson. Put integers, uh, sorry, compare integers. So here we are going to compare. First of all, let me tell you what is basically this lines show. Look at here. There is a line here. This is called a number line. Okay. What is this line called? That is called a number line. In the middle, it's 0. In the right hand side, the numbers are increasing, and in the left hand side, the numbers are decreasing. So for the right hand side, we're going to put like it's positive 1, then it's positive 2, then it's positive 3, and then it's positive 4. And for the very right side, left side, we're going to put negative sign with it. Okay, look at here now. This is the number line that in which there is 0. So this is positive numbers and these are negative numbers. If I'm going to say that like 2 is decreasing, so you say that there is 2 that is lie here, which means that it's negative sign with it. Okay, and it's lie on the left side. So here, which sign make the statement through 3, 4? Where is 3 and where is 4? Let's just check. There is 3, there is 4. Both are positive. Okay, both are basically positive, like 3 and 4. Here is 3 and here is 4. You're going to put this sign, it means 3 is greater than 4. If you're going to put this sign, it means that 3 is less than 4. If you're going to put this sign, this means that 3 is equal to 4. When we see here is 3 and here is 4, it means that 4 is bigger than 3. So here is the sign, this one, second one, that shows 3 is less than 4, or in the other words, you can say that 4 is bigger than 3. Okay, if I'm going to write it down here like some kind of questions like 1 and 2. So which one is increasing? Obviously, the positive number is increasing because here is the 1 and here is the 2. But the case is different when you have some negative numbers. Okay, the case is different when you have some negative numbers. Like how? Look at here. If you have a numbers like, for example, they are saying that you are going to check the numbers, this one, 7, not 7, here is not 7. That's just 4 minus 3. Which sign you are going to put in the middle of it? Negative number always less. Remember one thing, negative number always less. Okay, all the negative numbers are less than the positive numbers. Maybe it's greater sometime, maybe for example here is 3, okay, and here is minus 4. Still you can say that 3 is greater than minus 4. Why? It because there is negative sign with it. Okay, now let's just suppose when we are going to say that um, I'm going to write it down here something, some numbers, and then you guys tell me the answer of this one. For example, I am going to write here negative 4, not negative 4. Yeah, negative 4 and 1. You are not just checking these number 4 is greater than 1. You also check the full number. Which sign with it? If there is negative sign, so it means that this is less than 1. one is greater than that number. Okay, like for example, if there is 1000 and with the negative sign, and here is 10 with the positive sign, so which one is increasing? Although 1000 is a bigger number, but with a negative sign, so it means that with this negative sign, they're basically low than that of 10. Okay, if some numbers that are in the form of negative, so it means that they are very low. All right, let's just check some other things. Now let's do some test questions. Minus 2 and minus 1. Yeah, I already told you one thing. There are different rules. Three rules. Two rules I already tell you. If there is like positive integers, it means that the bigger number is bigger. If there is one negative integer and one positive integer, although it's less, so this is greater. Negative integer is less. If there are two negative integers, so you can check which one is less, like 2 is less or 4 is less. 2 is less, so it means that this integer is bigger than that of other. Okay, now I'm going to repeat the one time all the integers again. If you have a integers, the numbers, two numbers which are positive, like positive 5, positive 2, positive 6, positive 9, plus 3, plus 4, like all the numbers in the plus form. So it means that the number which is in the plus form, that is greater as compared to the other plus number. But if the plus number is less, like it's 1, 2 and 3, and minus number is greater, like it's 1000, it's 100, it's 60, it's 70, then you can say that a positive number is greater as compared to the negative number, although the negative number is greater. Okay, for the third rule, for the third rule, if there are two negative numbers, now if for example if there are two negative numbers, if there are two negative number, then you check these two negative numbers, which negative number is less. Like for example, if I'm going to write it down here, minus 70 and minus 10, so 70 is greater, 10 is less, but with negative sign 70 is less and 10 is greater. These are all the basically integers rules. Okay, so now look at here, minus 2, minus 1. Which one is greater? Obviously, minus 1 is greater. So we can say that minus 1 is the greatest one, and here is the sign we are going to choose, and then okay with it. Okay, again the same thing. Which sign make the statement true? There is minus 4, minus 3. So obviously, minus 3 is greater again, and minus 3 is less because it's in minus form. Now, which sign make the statement true? Minus 4 and 3. It's minus 4 and 3. So minus 4, when we see only the number, 4 is greater than 3. But with the negative sign, minus 4 is less than 3. Okay. Which sign make the statement true? 2 and 1. These both are positive, so the greater one is greater. 2 is greater as compared to 1. Okay. Which sign make the statement true? I'm just checking my mic. That's why. Which sign make the statement true? Minus 4 and 4. Look at here. These both are same. Some students then just click in basically hurry. They just click the equal sign. But when they see there is negative 4 and there is plus 4. There is negative 4 and there is plus 4. So negative 4 is basically less as compared to the plus 4. Okay. All right. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Okay, now just you guys tell me what is the answer of this one. This is so easy. Is it possible, everyone, that you tell me the answer of this one? Minus 3 and minus 1. Obviously, minus 1 is greater because there is negative sign with it. So we can say that minus 1 is greater and the minus 3 is less. Okay. All right. Now you solve the rest of the test questions by yourself related this lesson. Now let's do the put integers in order. So here are again the integers, then we just going to put it out in the form of orders. If for example, like you have a numbers like this way, 5 minus 6 minus 8 4. So first of all you're going to write 5, then you're going to write 4. You're not putting 8 and 6. Why? Because there are negative sign. Then from these two, when we see, we just put first of all minus 6, then we put minus 8 in the end, the bigger one, because it's negative sign, so it's all of it, it's less. Okay. Now let's do some another questions. Okay, for example, now if I'm going to write it down, it's 7 minus 7 minus 4 8 5 3 minus 1. Okay, now you guys think about it and then tell me which one we've put firstly. Open your notebooks and then just write it down, this full one, and then I'll write it down here, then you match the answer. Okay. So the 8 which is greater, we put it here. After 8 it's 5, then it's 3. Now what's the next? 3 7 minus 4 and minus 1 is left, so it becomes minus 1, then minus 4, then minus 7. Okay. This is the way to write all these one by one. 8 5 3 minus 1 minus 4 and minus 7. Okay. So let's do the test questions for that. Put these integers in the order from least to greatest. Like first of all we're going to put the smallest one, then we're going to put the greatest one. Smallest one is here minus 5, then it's 0, then 2, then 3, then 4. So it means that it's here. Put these integers in order from greatest to least. Now here you're gonna put the greatest one firstly and then to the least. What is the greatest one here? That is 3. Sorry, it's 5. Then it's 3. Then it's 2. Then it's minus 1 and then it's minus 5. Okay. Go. No, no, not option 1. Put these integers in order from greatest to least again. What is the greatest one here? Oh, sorry, I already done this one. Now let's open next. Put these integers in order from greatest to least. Check it out. Which one? It's here. The greatest one. Which one? This is, they are saying that greatest to least. So the greatest is here 2. Then it's -1, -2, and -3. Okay. My option is option B. I'll go with that option. And this is right. Put these integers in order from greatest to least. Again, what is the greatest? It's 2. Then it's 0. Then it's -1 and -2. So put these integers in order from greatest to least again. What is the greatest one here? That is 3. Then it's 1. Then -1. And then -2. Okay. So now here there is no negative sign. So you just put it out first 3. Then 2. Then 1. And then 0. 3, 2, 1, and 0. So put these integers in order from least to greatest. What is least? First of all, the smallest one is -3, then -2, then 0, then 1, and then 4. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just put this one and then my. Okay, got it. Okay. So here today we discuss the grade 5 maths. This is the name of the chapter, place value and number sense. We are going to uh, cover these lesson rounding, even or odd arithmetic rule, understanding integers, compare integers, and put integers in order. So, you guys make sure before starting the next session, you can practice all these lessons and all these questions as well. And if you still need any help in any of the question, then you can contact tutors on Skype that are available Monday to Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. So, for now, you all have a good day. Bye.